Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Elena Shafira binti Rosli from DYB30093. My matrix number is 23 DBT20F 2004. So today I'm going to tell you about theory and principle simulation SDS page and also a virtual experiment of simulation SDS page. So what is SDS page? SDS page is a reliable method for estimating the molecular weight of an unknown protein, since the migration rate of a protein code with the SDS is inversely related to the logarithm of its molecular weight. SDS page is an electrophoresis technology that permits protein separation by mass. The medium, that also known as the matrix, is a polyceramide based discontinuous gel. So in a slab gel, the polyceramide gel is usually sandwiched between the two glass plates. So when put in an electric field, a charged molecule migrates to the electrode with the opposite sign according to the SDS page principle. So the separation will occur due to the mobility of the charged species. Because they have less resistance during electrophoresis, the small molecule travel quicker.
So the material is 4 times SDS sample buffer solution, wild type cell culture, pancreas cell culture, edit 4 cell culture, edit 7 cell culture, protein ladder solution, 1 times running buffer. So firstly, 4 times SDS sample is for prepare protein sample for the gel electrophoresis. It need to be diluted 4 times to have the correct final concentration in the sample. The second one is wild type cell culture, tube containing a culture of wild type unedited macrophage cells, and the third one is pancreas cell culture, tube containing a culture of pancreas cell. The fourth one is edit 4 cell culture. It is tube containing CRISPR edited macrophage cell, edit 4. Edit 7 cell culture is tube containing another line of CRISPR edited macrophage cell. Next is protein ladder solution, a substandard called protein ladder containing pristine protein of the following size. And the last one is 1 times running buffer. It is salt containing buffer to cover the gel and transmit the charge through the protein gel and allow the electrophoresis to occur. It's contain 1 times 3 stirling. The next one is micropipetting equipment, P2 pipette, P20 pipette, P200 pipette, P1000 pipette, and also the tip box. So next is empty tubes. So first one is wild type cells tube, second one is pancreas tube, third one is edit 4 tube, and the last one is edit 7 tube. So the next one is electrophoresis equipment. Firstly is polyceramide gel, second one is protein gel electrophoresis box, the third one is power supply, and the last one is power supply leads. So the first one function is for protein gel consisting of a molecular sieve or mesh called polyceramide that separate SDS code protein by mass. The second one is the electrophoresis box hold the gel upright and is filled with 1 times running buffer. And the third one is power supply with red and black cords that must be connected to the connection point on the power supply and the lid of the electrophoresis box. And the last one is this cable connected the power supply to the gel electrophoresis box to enable electricity to flow through the gel. And last, the other equipment is microcentrifuge, biohazard waste, and heat block. So microcentrifuge is motor-driven centrifuge that spins sample at high speed to collect the liquid at the bottom of the tube for easy transfer. So next is biohazard waste. So waste container used to dispose of any biohazardous waste resulting from the experiment, including the micropipette tips. So the last one is heat block. So heat block used to incubate sample at a constant temperature over the long period of the time. So it has a temperature range from room temperature to 100 degrees Celsius. So let's start our simulation. So firstly, increase the heat block temperature to 95 degrees Celsius. Next, set a micropipette to 30 microliter and attach a tip. And then draw up the wild-type cell culture. Then, dispense the wild-type cell culture into the wild-type cell tube. Repeat the procedure to transfer 30 microliter of the pancreas cell culture. Next, repeat the procedure to transfer 30 microliter of the edit for cell culture, and the last one is repeat the procedure to transfer 30 microliter of the 7 edit cell culture.
Fantastic.
Next, set a micropipette to 10 microliter and attach the tip. Next, draw up 10 microliter of 4 times SDS sample buffer.
Fantastic.
Then close the 4 times SDS sample buffer and dispense the 4 times SDS sample buffer into the wild type cell tubes. Repeat the procedure to dispense 10 microliter of 4 times SDS sample buffer into the pancreas cell tubes. And then repeat the procedure to dispense 10 microliter of 4 times SDS sample buffer into the 4 edit tube, and repeat the procedure to dispense 10 microliter of 4 times SDS sample buffer into the edit 7 tube. Next, move all of 4 sample tubes to heat blocks and set block timer to 10 minutes and press start. Next, remove all of your sample tubes from the heat block. Move all of sample tubes to the microcentrifuge and balance it, and then briefly spin to the tubes. Remove the tubes. Next, place the polyceramide gel in the electrophoresis box and then fill the gel cassette with 1 times running buffer. Then remove the comb. And then fill the outer gel electrophoresis tank with 1 times running buffer. Next, attach the micropipette 20 microliter and attach the tip and draw up the protein ladder. And then move the micropipette to the first lane of protein gel and dispense the protein ladder into the first well. Next, dispense 20 microliter of the positive control into the second well of the gel. And then dispense 20 microliter of negative control into the third well of the gel.
Fantastic.
Dispense 20 microliter of edit for cells into the fourth well of the gel. And then the last one is dispense 20 microliter of 7 edit cells into fifth well of the gel. Then cover the electrophoresis box and then connect the red and black cables to the power supply and the lid of the gel electrophoresis box, and then turn on the power supply and set the voltage to 150 voltage, and then set a timer to 60 minutes. And then start the power supply and wait until the time has elapsed. And turn off the power switch and unplug the electrodes and inspect your gel. And that's all. So this is predicted result and actual results, and also this is the ideal results. I think that's all from me, the virtual simulation SDS page. So see you next time. Bye.